Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Helps when you turn your headset on when you start recording, I just found out. This is Multrap. This is Game 5! Game 5 of KT Rolster versus SK Telecom 1. Wow, the finals, the grand finals. It could all come down to this game if Hoejja defeats Fantasy. Hoejja could cast the final vote by defeating Fantasy in winning the championship for KT. It could all come down to this game here. The last year of play. 5 rounds, 22 matches each for each team. Ridiculous amounts of games may come down to this game right here, or the next one, and definitely by the one following that. This is a best of 7, so even if Fantasy wins and then SKT1 wins another game after that, it'll be tied 3-3, and it'll come down to a final ace match. There's Fantasy right there. I guess all the SKT players put temporary tattoos on their cheeks. Very cheeky of them. This is going to be intense. We got a TVZ here going to happen. We have not seen a TVZ thus far. This match, this set. We saw some PvP action earlier. We saw some PvT a couple times. Protoss versus Zerg happened. Just the last game was very, very exciting. So now we're going to see some TVZ, one of my favorite matchups to watch, and it should be a hilarious, hilarious game. This is going to be on the map Match Point, by the way, which is a great match. It's the one where we've actually seen some pretty big upsets on this map. Well, I don't know. I'm still thinking back to when Hoejja beat Flash on this map, actually, but I guess in aggregate, it's been pretty normal. Anyway, it's the one with the top right spawn and the bottom left spawn and the ramps and you'll recognize it when you see it. Anyway, it's gonna be a fun matchup. Hoejja is not, he's not the top tier player. He can play definitely well when he wants to. He's definitely a very solid player, but I think Fantasy is a level above him personally. I think Fantasy definitely has an advantage here in this matchup. Here's this cool intro again. Let's see. Why don't I check out some stats here in the background while we're waiting for the game to start. So let's see. Fantasy, that's what I thought. He's not the best against Zerg. He's done the best against Terran versus Terran and Terran versus Protoss. The only times he's won Terran versus... Well, I mean, he is kind of known for his TVZ because of the fact that, he started doing all this crazy mech stuff and reintroduced Valkyries, introduced Valkyries into the TVZ game. But it's actually his worst matchup with only 54% win rate. Hoejja is horrible at pretty much everything, though. He's 54% against Protoss, but he's 40 against Zerg and 34% win rate against Terran. So Hoejja is definitely not the favorite here. Fantasy, very, very strong player. He's been playing very well this season as well, so he definitely has the advantage against Hoejja. Hoejja, I think of him as a kind of a cute player. I remember him, coming up with that thing on... Oh my god, why can I not remember the name of the map? Oh, what was the name of the map with the minerals behind? Oh, there's such a big name map. Why can I not remember it? Was it Destination? No, it can't have been Destination. Anyway, the map with the little mineral patches behind the main, and he did the little burrow trick to pump them up. Anyway, I don't remember the name of it. I'm not going to look it up. It's not Destination. That was kind of the same era of maps, though, is what I'm thinking, though. Unless, no, it was Destination. Never mind, my bad, I was right. Okay, should have gone with my instinct. Yes, Destination. So on Destination, he did a little burrow trick, and he does cute stuff like that sometimes. Anyway, Hoejja is the blue Zerg in the top right-hand corner, and Fantasy is going to be the brown Zerg in the bottom left-hand corner. Very much looking forward to seeing what happens in this game. Fantasy, almost always TVZ does something crazy, and I did double check, by the way, with knower of all things Pro League Rain Man, in the chat channel, I was correct that they did the same thing with the Pro League finals that they have been with the rest of Pro League, where they don't announce the players until right before the match, basically right before they go into the booths, so there's no chance for anything to be rigged. Anyway, so yes, KT up 3-1, must-win situation for SKT1. Fantasy has the advantage, but he has not won yet. He still needs to win this game. Very, very, very strong player, Fantasy. What was I saying? Oh yes, yes. He's always does some kind of cheesy thing against Zerg players. Not always, but almost every time. You know, he does variations on his cheesy stuff. Sometimes he'll do. Wow, that's an epic picture of him. That's crazy. Much more epic than he actually looks in the booth there. You know, sometimes he'll do like some kind of bio-valk thing, or which can work pretty well actually when you have the bio units, the medic marines, to protect against Scourge killing off the Valkyries. Hello. And you know, sometimes he'll do mech. You know, he ended up doing mech valk type things, and that's kind of how he got really. Oh, she must be someone famous. I don't know who she is though. Anyway, we got gas off 2 hatcheries here for... Whoa, what is going on? Actually, gas before pool, in fact. So we might see some kind of a cheese build here from Hoejja. If this is a normal build, I do not recognize it. And he's actually going to come in and see that pool morphing. Fantasy's going to get a scout in pretty early there and see that pool morphing, see the gas down earlier than the pool actually, and know that something tricky is going on here. He's going to steal some minerals as well. Gas already been pumping, and he's got that second hatchery down in his expansion, going to pop before too long. Fantasy's actually going to expand and try and just bunker up here. So it's going to be basically Fantasy trying to defend against whatever crazy thing Hoejja's got up his sleeve. So we might see exactly what I was kind of thinking about here, with Hoejja trying to do something cute, and Fantasy's probably going to just try and defend and go into something something cute of his own, although he may just defend and that's it. He sees the pools up and the gas, so he's definitely going to get that second barracks down there. Did he go for a fast CC? I didn't even see if he went for a 14 CC or 12 CC. Lair start morphing at his expansion as soon as it's up. Just to throw off that timing. If the SCV spotted the lair going up, he'd have an exact timing, so it's just going to throw off his timing by a few seconds there, not knowing if when that lair went up exactly. He can kind of estimate, though. He knows approximately when there's best chillin' in the crowd. The only SKT1 member to get a win thus far this Pro League Finals. Fantasy is getting that second barracks up as well now. It's about to come up. He's getting his gas. So he's going to be pretty good. He just knows he has to defend. He's going to have to get some defenses pretty soon here, though, because Zerglings are already out chasing that SCV around. We have yet to see exactly what he's going to do. It could be just a 2-hatch muta build, which is a fairly standard thing to do. In which case, Fantasy's going to need some turrets pretty... Well, the Spire's not... The Lair is just popped, probably. The Spire is probably down if he's going to do that. If he was going to go for a den, he would have done that earlier. And there's the Spire right there. So we are going to see 2-hatch muta. And a 3rd hatchery going up as well, actually. So we're going to kind of see this sort of middle of the road build where it's not quite a 2-hatch muta. It's pretty fast muta tech, but not quite 2-hatch muta. And he's probably going to get that second gas before too long as well, so he can have enough gas in the bank to start pumping mutas pretty hardcore. Oh, I like this. Running with the Zerglings. He's going to try and pick off an SCV. Oh, gets away. Marines, couple Marines over there. Nicely done. So often we see players just get completely owned because the Zerg player will run units around the back of that mineral line. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, we saw even Flash lose to someone. It might have even been Jaedong, actually. Just because he didn't get his stuff out of the way in time. And that might have been the finals, actually. I don't remember. Anyway, but Zergs love to run their units around behind that mineral line and and just harass from behind. It can be very effective. Wow, 4th hatchery going up in the bottom right now. So very interesting play here. He's got apparently a lot of minerals in the bank or something, or maybe he knows that Fantasy's going to defend against this, so he's going to try and be, instead of using the early mutas to try and do tons of damage. Nice scan right there. a moment too late. If he'd scanned a little bit earlier, he would have seen those morphing